Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on where you are in this world. God bless you. This is Gloria White coming to you from Utah, USA. Today, we're going to continue in the Complete Apocrypha. We are in the book of 2nd Esdras, which is an apocalyptic book, which is telling us of the end times. Now here, we are in chapter 11 in the book of 2nd Esdras. But I'm going to start back in chapter 10 and read from verse 57. For you are blessed above many, and with the Most High are called by name, like as but few. But tomorrow at night you will remain here, and so will the Most High show you those visions in dreams of what the Most High will do to those who dwell upon the earth in the last days. So I slept that night, and another, like as he commanded me. Now we're going to read chapter 11, and this is the vision, the dream that God has given him while he slept, which you would call a dream. A lot of people who have dreams, they say, well, it seems so real because it was given to them by God, and it's, God doesn't have to draw cartoons. God can put it in your head and make it very real. And just like when he gives someone a vision, he can download stuff into your brain so that even though what you're looking at doesn't explain everything that all of a sudden in your head, it's because God downloads it into your head. Just like when the angel came and taught Joseph 70 languages so that he could ascend the 70 steps to the king, to the Pharaoh. Okay, my doggy drinking water. Now we're in chapter 11. And it came to pass the second night that I saw a dream, and behold, there came up from the sea an eagle, which had 12 feathered wings and 3 heads. And I saw, and behold, she spread her wings over all the earth, and all the winds of heaven blew on her, and the clouds were gathered together against her. And I saw, and out of her wings there grew other wings near them, and they became little wings and small. But her heads were at rest. The head in the midst was greater than the other heads, yet rested with them. So all the heads were at rest. There were 3 heads. Moreover I saw, and behold, the eagle flew with her wings to reign over the earth and over those who dwell therein. And I saw how all things under heaven were subject to her, and no man spoke against her. No, not one creature upon earth. And I saw, and behold, the eagle rose upon her talons, and uttered her voice to her wings, saying, Watch not all at once. Watch not all at once. Then sleep every one in his own place, and watch by course. But let the heads be preserved for the last. And I saw, and behold, the voice went not out of her heads, but from the midst of her body. And I counted her wings that were near the other, and behold, there were 8 of them. And I saw, and behold, on the right side there arose 1 wing, and reigned over all the earth. And so it was, that when it reigned, the end of it came, and it appeared not, so that the place thereof appeared no more. And the next following rose up and reigned, and it ruled a great time, and And it happened that when it rained, the end of it came also, so that it appeared no more like as the first. So these wings are rising up. They're kings. And they're rising up and they're reigning. And some are reigning longer than others are reigning. And let's see, where did I leave off here? Okay, let's start at verse 12. And I saw, and behold, on the right side there arose one wing, and reigned over all the earth. And so it was, that when it rained, the end of it came, and it appeared not, so that the place thereof appeared no more. And the next following rose up and reigned, and it ruled a great time. And it happened that when it rained, the end of it came also, so that it appeared no more like as the first. And, behold, there came a voice to it, and said, Hear you that have borne rule over the earth all this time. This I proclaim to you. Before you will appear no more. There will none after you attain to your time, neither to the half thereof. And it's not, no one else is going to reign as long as you did, not even as half as long as you did. Then arose the third, and had the rule as the others before, and it also appeared no more. So it went with all the wings, one after another, as that every one bare rule, and then appeared no more. And I saw, and behold, in process of time, the wings that followed were set up upon the right side, that they might rule also. And some of them ruled, but within a while they appeared no more. Some of them were also set up, but ruled not. And after this I saw, and behold, the 12 wings appeared no more, nor 2 of the little wings. And there was no more left upon the eagle's body, but the 3 heads that rested, and 6 little wings. So just the 3 heads and 6 wings now. All the other feathers have disappeared. They've come, some rained, some didn't rain. Some rained longer than others. Some were set up and rained not at all. And now there's just the 3 heads and 6 little wings. And I saw, and behold, 2 little wings divided themselves from the 6, remaining under the head that was upon the right side. But 4 remained in their place. And I saw, and behold, under these under wings thought to set up themselves. So they thought to set themselves up, and to have the rule. And I saw, and behold, there was one set up, but within a while it appeared no more. A second also, and it was sooner away than the first. And I saw, and behold, the 2 that remained thought also in themselves to reign. And while they so thought, behold, there awakened one of the heads that were at rest, namely, it that was in the midst, for that was greater than the other heads, greater than the 2 other heads. And I saw how it joined the 2 other heads with it. And behold, the head was turned with those who were with it, and did eat up the 2 under wings that thought to have reigned. So the head ate up the wings that thought they were going to reign. But this head held the whole earth in possession, and bare rule over those that dwell therein with much oppression. And it had the governance of the world more than all the wings that had been. And after this I saw, and behold, the head also that was in the midst suddenly appeared no more, like as the wings, But there remained the two heads, which also in like sort reigned over the earth, and over those that dwell therein. And I saw, and behold, the head upon the right side devoured it that was upon the left side. Then I heard a voice, which said to me, Look before you, and consider the thing that you see. And I saw, and behold, as it were a lion roused out of the wood roaring. And I heard how he sent out a man's voice to the eagle, and spoke, and saying, Hear you, I will talk with you, and the Most High will say to you, Are you not it that remain of the four beasts, whom I made to reign in my world, that the ends of my times might come through them? And the fourth came, and overcame all the beasts that were past, and held the world in governance with great trembling, and the whole compass of the earth with grievous oppression. And so long time lived he upon the earth with deceit. Who does that sound like? Who's the great deceiver? That's right. And you have judged the earth, but not with truth. For you have afflicted the meek, you have hurt the peaceful, you have hated those who speak truth, you have loved liars, and destroyed the dwellings of those who brought out fruit, and cast down the walls of such as did you no harm. Therefore is your insolence dealing come up to the Most High, and your pride to the mighty. The Most High also has looked upon his times, and behold, they are ended, and his ages are fulfilled, and therefore appear no more, you eagle, nor your horrible wings, nor your evil little wings, nor your cruel heads, not your hurtful talons, nor all your vain body, that all the earth may be refreshed and be eased, being delivered from your violence, and that she might hope for the judgment and mercy of him that made her. It sounds like the reign of Satan to me. Ugh. But there's going to be lots of kings that are going to come up from those wings, the big wings and the little wings, and then those heads. And then it's going to come before God, and God's going to go, yeah, I've had enough of you. Let's just go ahead and read chapter 12. And it came to pass, while the lion spoke these words to the eagle, I saw, too, and behold, that's verse 2. I saw, and behold, the head that remained appeared no more. And the two wings which went over to it arose and set themselves up to reign. And their kingdom was small and full of uproar. And I saw, and behold, they appeared no more. And the whole body of the eagle was burned, so that the earth was in great fear. Then awaked I, by reason of great ecstasy of mind, and from great fear, and said to my spirit, Behold, this have you done to me, and that you search out the ways of the Most High. Behold, I am yet weary in my mind, and very weak in my spirit, nor is there the least strength in me, for the great fear with which I was affrighted this night. Therefore I will now implore the Most High, that he will strengthen me to the end. And I said, O Lord that bear rule, if I have found favor in your sight, and if I am justified with you above many others, and if my prayer indeed has come up before your face, strengthen me then, and show me your servant the interpretation and plain meaning of this fearful vision, that you may perfectly comfort my soul. For you have judged me worthy to show me the end of time and the last times. And he said to me, This is the interpretation of this vision which you saw. The eagle whom you saw come up from the sea is the fourth kingdom, which appeared in vision to your brother Daniel. But it was not expounded to him, as I now expound it to you, or have expounded it. Behold, the days come, that there will rise up a kingdom upon earth, and it will be feared above all the kingdoms that were before it. 12 kings will reign in it, one after another. Thereof the second will begin to reign, and will have a longer time than any of the 12. This is the interpretation of the 12 wings, which you saw. And whereas you heard a voice which spoke, not going out from the heads, but from the midst of the body thereof, this is the interpretation, that after the time of that kingdom there will arise no small contentions, and it will stand in peril of falling. Nonetheless, it will not then fall, but will be restored again to its first estate. And whereas you saw the 8 under wings sticking to her wings, this is the interpretation, that in it there will arise 8 kings, whose times will be but small, and their years swift. And 2 of them will perish. When the middle time approaches, 4 will be kept for a while, until the time of the ending thereof will approach. But 2 will be kept to the end. And whereas you saw 3 heads resting, this is the interpretation. In the last days thereof will the Most High raise up 3 kingdoms, and renew many things therein, and they will bear rule over the earth, and over those that dwell therein, with much oppression, above all those that were before them. Therefore are they called the heads of the eagle. For these are those who will accomplish her wickedness, and that will finish her last end. And whereas you saw that the great head appeared no more, it signifies that one of them will die upon his bed, and yet with pain. But for the 2 that remained, the sword will devour them. For the sword of the one will devour him that was with him, but he also will fall by the sword in the last days. And whereas you saw 2 under wings passing over to the head that is on the right side, this is the interpretation. These are they whom the Most High has kept to his end. This is the small kingdom and full of trouble, as you saw. And the lion, whom you saw rising up out of the wood, and roaring, and speaking to the eagle, and rebuking her for her unrighteousness, and all her words which you have heard. This is the anointed one, whom the Most High has kept to the end of days, who will spring up out of the seed of David, and he will come and speak to them, and reprove them for their wickedness and unrighteousness, and will heap up before them their contemptuous dealings. For at the first he will set them alive in his judgment, and when he has reproved them, he will destroy them. For the rest of my people will he deliver with mercy, those that have been preserved throughout my borders, and he will make them joyful until the coming of the end, even the day of judgment, whereof I have spoken to you from the beginning. This is the dream that you saw, and this is the interpretation thereof. And you only have been chosen to know the secret of the Most High. Therefore write all these things that you have seen in a book, and put them in a secret place, and you will teach them to the wise of your people, whose hearts you know are able to comprehend and keep these secrets. But wait here yourself yet 7 more days, that there may be showed to you whatever it pleases the Most High to show you. And he departed from me. And it came to pass, when all the people saw that the 7 days were past, and I had not come again into the city, they gathered them all together, from the least to the greatest, and came to me, and spake to me, saying, How have we offended you? Now this is Esdras and the people that are left in Israel, that he's the last priest, the last, leader that they have. And now they've come back to seek him again. Do you remember when the one man came to find him? And he said, Go away 7 days and leave me alone. And so now all the people have come to Esdras and are asking him, What have we done? Why haven't you come back? So in verse 41 they said, How have we offended you? And what evil have we done against you, that you have utterly forsaken us and sit in this place? For of all the prophets you alone are left to us, as a cluster of the vintage, and as a lamp in a dark place, and as a haven for a ship saved from the tempest. Are not the evils which are come to us sufficient? If you will forsake us, how much better had it been for us if we also had been consumed in the burning of Zion? For we are not better than those who died there, and have wept with a loud voice. And I answered them and said, Be of good comfort, O Israel, and be not sorrowful, you house of Jacob. For the Most High has you in remembrance, and the Mighty has not forgotten you forever. As for me, I have not forsaken you, neither am I departed from you, but am come to this place to pray for the desolation of Zion, and that I might seek mercy for the low estate of your sanctuary. And now go your way, every man to his own house, and after these days I will come to you. And so the people went their way into the city, like as I said to them. But I sat in the field 7 days, as the angel commanded me. And in those days I did eat only the flowers of the field, and have my meat of the herbs. And we're going to stop there. We could keep going, but we're going to hold that thought and think over these things that we've heard about these 3 heads on this eagle. And this eagle, how the feathers are going to rise up, how some rule longer than others, some twice as long as others, and some not even half as much as others. And how some think they're going to reign. They rise up, but then nothing happens. They don't come to power. They don't reign at all. And then Christ comes. And then our Lord is going to come roaring from the woods. Oh, and he's going to put an end to all the oppression and lies and wickedness and unrighteousness that's going to be in the earth. That is the people of the earth are going to be enduring. And how these powers have oppressed the people, and how they mistreated them and stolen from them and ripped things from their lives. God is telling us, don't you fear, I'm coming, and when I come, I'm going to kick butt. He's going to kick butt. He's going to take names. And he's going to take care of us, his children. He's going to gather us under his wing, as a mother hen would her chicks. He's going to gather us together, and we'll be safe, and no one will ever hurt us again. But there is more that's going to come. More that's going to be revealed here in this book, in this apocalyptic book. So I want you guys to make sure you come back and listen, because there's 3 more chapters, 13, 14, 15, and 16, that we are going to read, that are going to be very eye-opening. But don't you forget for 1 minute how much God loves us and how He is going to come and rescue us. He's going to come rescue His children, and He will never leave us nor forsake us, and He's never going to give us more than we can handle. Some people are stronger than other people. Doesn't mean they're more important than you or more important than me, because we're all important to Him. We're all precious to Him. We're all His children. And as always, I love you.